Hello, Cancer. This is your reading for the week of August 29th through to September, let's say the 3rd. However, if you click onto this message at a different time and it resonates for you, then this message is for you, as time is not a linear straight line. It cycles back around. So basically the messages are timeless. However, I am reading for the current collective energy of Sun, Moon, or rising sign of Cancer. Excuse my throat. These are general readings, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. If you would like a personal reading, you can book through my website. The information is in the description box below. Okay, for Cancer, what are the messages for Cancer? What does Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising need to know? What is Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising learning through this current energy? We have the Sun in Virgo. We have a lot of very strong energies pushing for change, and Saturn squaring Uranus is coming back into a stronger and stronger aspect for us for the rest of this year, which is really pushing for a lot of change. Sun is also still in a square to Mars. This is a really combative push that we're getting to make great changes, and it can bring us to pushing us out of our comfort zones and giving us a little bit of a fearless sensation, but you want to be mindful of that. Venus is also in an opposition to Saturn, which speaks loudly of our relationships and the sacrifices that are made within relationships. And is there an equal give and take? Is there an equal balance within your relationships to others? Okay, that's just some of the current astrology. We have one out for you, Cancer. First card out, accelerated motion. And the energy is really revving up. We've got a lot of solar activity as well. Geomagnetic storms, solar flares, really adding into this mix of energy for us all, pushing us to evolve, to grow, to change certain patterns, certain behaviors, old ways of being, thinking, doing that just are kind of either keeping us stagnant or keeping us in toxic situations that are no longer life lessons any longer. They become more of just a frustration, and I'm not sure what to do about this situation. Might sound familiar to some of you. Let's keep going, Cancer. We have the solar plexus. This is that Mars squaring, the Sun squaring Mars. The solar plexus, that is the Sun. That is our personal will, our drive, our self-confidence, self-esteem. Along with the solar plexus, Cancer, came awareness. So awareness of this energy moving, and maybe being aware that I haven't been in my full power all this time. I've been giving my power away to others or to a job or a situation. Awareness that there is so much more to life than what has been taught, programmed, conditioned into us. And awareness of how all things and all people are actually very connected. Maybe you're getting signs and synchronicities, and some of the more mystical aspects of life are starting to catch your eye. Anything else from this deck? Yeah. So there we go. Oh, ha ha ha. All right, Cancer. Love begins. Yeah, that's the sensation I was feeling. So the heart chakra begins to open up, and you start to feel the unity within the entire collective, within the universe. And that is the great awareness that you're coming across. At the bottom of the deck is authority. This is Saturn. This is Father Time. This is the restrictions that are imposed upon us, or the restrictions that we impose upon ourselves. Yeah, memories of love and rejoice in celebration below that. So maybe the authoritarian within you, or what I call, we all have different parts to us. We're not just one part, we have multiple parts. And within that dynamic, we all have a protector part, an inner dialogue that sometimes holds us back from experiencing amazing things in life, because it's like the protector, the inner protector, based off of past experiences, says it's not safe, or I don't trust it, but you're not really using your intuition. It is based off of past experiences, past painful experiences. And this is what we're being shown right now, Cancer. All the things from our past, from our childhood, from our upbringing that just aren't true. And they're just beliefs or patterns, feedback loops, if you will, that go back and around and around and around in the head, keep us stuck in the same old, same old. I'm going to break this down a little bit deeper for you, Cancer. We'll start with accelerated motion. I love this card. It speaks to me of Sirius, the fixed star Sirius, which is our sun's twin, our sun's sun, which is actually much larger than our actual sun. So accelerated motion, what is this about for Cancer? The energy of Cancer. Page of Materials. So you may have been trying to get something new started. This does speak of a fresh new start, and actually taking the first step into making this new start a reality for you. So that is a beautiful thing. And the energies are supportive for that. So continue on. Try not to speed too fast. That is one of the messages I've been getting very, very loudly. We're all getting little glimpses of inspiration and ways to move, but wait for the next step. Wait for more information. Like when you make the first move, kind of feel it out. Instead of barreling through everything, trying to get to the top or trying to get to the end because you're trying to release some form of pressure that you're putting onto yourself. That has to do with our human design, and depending on, I'm not going to go into all of that, but we all move energy and work with energy in our own unique way, but there are specific outlines. We all have our own unique human design as to how we move energy, how we operate, how our brains operate as well. Let's go on to solar plexus for the sign of Cancer. We have two here, solar plexus. So Cancer, as with most water signs, we're very sensitive and empaths, sensitive to others. And sometimes we form a habit or a pattern that is called codependency. Be it unbeknownst to us, we want to people please, because that is a pattern as a child, being sensitive. And if there's a family member, especially if it's a parent who is, their energy is more volatile or upset or whatever, we as kids feel that deeply. So we do everything that we can to make sure that everybody around us feels good and is happy, and they're happy with us, right? So that we don't have to take on that energy. But then you end up doing way too much for others and not receiving anything or anything equal in return. So this has to do with all the balls that you have at the juggling and all the things that you create in life. Instead of dropping your balls and going and doing things for other people, you want to find a nice healthy balance there, so that your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your drive, your will, sometimes we can become angry and bitter when we're stuck in this energy. And it's like, wait a second, I'm doing all these things for all of these people, but I'm not getting any help when I need it. And so sometimes we then shut down, Cancer, if that happens to be you. But allow the solar plexus, allow your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your creative juices to flow. And be mindful of that people-pleasing. Be mindful of that codependent pattern that most human beings have at least a touch of. And it is very dangerous and toxic. And we tend to make excuses for other people. We tend to make excuses for our choices. It's a really it's a rabbit hole you can dig yourself into with these patterns. But I feel like awareness is right next to this one. So there's an awareness of this pattern now, Cancer. Let's dive a little deeper into awareness for the sign of Cancer. Yep. Muse of materials. Very much aware of your patterns now. That's a beautiful thing. Currently, you're on what I consider a bridge point. Shedding the older versions of yourself, or reconnecting with those parts of yourself so that you can become more whole. This is a bridge between your past self and your future self. You have a goal and ambition. You're starting to really tap in and aware of your true nature and what you've held back. So you're now walking towards your actual higher self's guidance into a life that is more unique for yourself. Being able to express yourself fully without having to play a part for other people or take care of other people or whatever it is that you're doing, Cancer, that is really feeding off of your energy and draining you. Let's go on to Love Begins. And I'm seeing this card already. There's a rainbow on here, and there was a rainbow last night. We had a minor thunderstorm, but right after there was a bright, beautiful rainbow. I'm getting this as love begins of self-love, and that is where it begins, really, truly. If we don't give ourselves everything that we desire and require and need, then we're certainly not going to receive that from anybody else authentically. Let's go into Love Begins, though. Break it down for Cancer. And the love of nature, love of, okay, we got 3 for that one, yeah. Page of Emotions at the bottom. Okay. So what came out, Cancer, as far as love begins? Ace of Materials, again, speaks of a fresh new start, something tangible, something that you're actually physically experiencing here after quite some time of, first of all, the devil, which is those unconscious patterns, subconscious patterns, addictions, people-pleasing, codependency, whatever hooks into us and takes a little control of us, whether we're aware of it or not. See, this person has strings attached to them, and they're kind of being puppeteered by a puppet master somewhere, and that was just really unconscious, subconscious patterning behaviors that you were completely unaware of until this awareness appeared. This awareness appeared, and now you're starting to see the true workings of why certain things don't work out for you, or why you're still stuck in the same repetitive patterns, even if the people or the characters change. This is showing you why. You're just starting to really get an understanding and an awareness of this. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Emotions. So overall energy here, Cancer, is or message for you is to tap into that part of you that has that childlike wonder for life, explore all of the beauty of life, and really engage with it instead of being stuck in the mind and being stuck in robotic patterns of making sure everybody else and everybody else is okay, and that your outer persona looks like it's doing what everybody else expects you to do. Have fun and tap into that innocent, childlike wonder quality of yourself. I'm going to get an advice card for you, Cancer, before we wrap this up. Please, if you resonate with this video, if you like this video, please click the like button. That certainly helps this channel and helps get the messages spread out for more. There is quite the algorithm within social media these days, so the more people that can click that like button, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It costs nothing to you. It is no obligation to you, but that also assists with the spreading of the messages for others, the algorithms within YouTube, and we just want to try to help everybody along here. This is not a popularity contest for myself. Okay, advice for Cancer, please. Oh, I just got got 2 on the floor, very strong. I just got a hot flash too. Whew. Okay, Cancer, I get it. So the first card out is the loneliness card. You may be retreating back to yourself, feeling lonely because you're kind of in this incubation period of shedding the old self before you move in. You're like in the chrysalis before you emerge as a butterfly. And that's where we don't really feel like we resonate with other people, even those that we've been closest to, our family, our closest friends. So we retreat back. It's like, nobody quite gets me yet. But don't worry, you're going to get out of this and evolve and see it at a higher perspective, Cancer. The next card out that came along with this is fear. You may be, and loneliness is a pattern in the mind. It is a thought pattern, and loneliness tells us that we are the only ones going through what we're going through, or we're the only ones feeling deep loneliness, and that just is not true. We are never alone there. We are surrounded by not only people and animals and energies and entities, but just to let you know, fear, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. And that really speaks very, very loudly of, I'm going to pull this card, the bottom of the deck that was for you, Cancer. This speaks truly of getting yourself out there and just enjoying whatever comes up for you in life. Start to go on an adventure. Go out there on an adventure, out into nature or a city you've never visited. We want to break the barrier of the fears and start to bring the childlike wonder back into your life. That will do wonders for you, Cancer. So those are your messages for this week. And again, if you don't mind, if you like this video, please click the like button. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. This will certainly help. It's a great energetic exchange. And if you would like a more detailed personal reading, you can book through my website, the description box. It's in the description box below. It is BeTheChange333.com. Thank you, Cancer.